Hello and welcome to my channel, AB Make It Artworks, where we do what we do to make that artwork for you. And today I am finishing up the last page of my sketchbook, which I am very happy about because I made it a self-goal that I was going to finish this sketchbook before the end of July, and I did it. Props to me, yeah, because it just feels good when you finish a goal. And I have no clue what to really talk about, so I'm kind of going to make a mini segment called Art Rambles, where I just ramble and go down as many rabbit holes as possible with my conversation while I draw. So I guess for this ramble, I'm going to talk about me, the artist, because what do I know better than anything? I know me. So some things that I like. I enjoy scary movies, scary stories, scary anything. I enjoy scary things. And it's kind of an odd fascination I've always had as a kid that I liked scary stuff because it was interesting. And it wasn't because it scared me, it was because I thought it was always interesting how things were portrayed and that how things were written. I guess my favorite author for the horror genre is H.P. Lovecraft because he has such an eloquent way of writing his stories, and they're not grotesque or emotionally manipulative. It's kind of like Junji Ito, where you don't really follow the character, you're following a series of events. But sometimes H.P. Lovecraft does follow a character. But I like how they explain the scope of the situation instead of always focusing on a person. So I'm there for the journey of weirdness and strange things and deviancy from the norm. And I think that is amazing. Other things I like baking cookies. That's weird thing to note, but I like baking cookies. My favorite cookie is like the 3-recipe peanut butter cookie. Try that with Nutella. Tastes like Nutella snickerdoodles. Equal parts peanut butter or Nutella to sugar and 1 egg. Well, that's 1, 1, 1. 1 cup to 1 cup to 1 egg. Don't know why I'm talking about cookies and recipes, but do what you do to get those yummies for you. That was weird. Other things that I enjoy fantasy. I like the mythical I like the mythical topic of just fantastic creatures and the way in which fantasy worlds lean to a more imaginative state that just allows you to be a bit more free in your thinking. And I guess that leans into an overall theme that I like abstract and weird things. Like one of my favorite artists is Salvador Dali because his works are really raw and most of the time they're just a big middle finger to like the whole art critics that said he couldn't do art. Like you can't tell me not to put an image that's a euphemism for putting like dicks up to butt. I'm gonna do it in a really creative, weird way with showing fast motion still lifes, but that's what Salvador Dali did. And I thought that was majestic. From a previous video, you can see that I like Todrick Hall. I love drag queens. I think they're beautiful and majestic creatures, and that all of them are precious in their own way. Just like people, everyone's precious in their own way. Other things that I like. My favorite food is ramen, and I know that sounds super plain, but I like it because it's a very versatile food that you can put a bunch of stuff in and it's still delicious and it's not very hard to make. Other than that, I also like these one particular rice crackers. I don't know what they're called because the labeling on them is all in Japanese and I don't speak it. Not thoroughly enough anyways. Well, I barely know 2 to 4 sentences. So that's meh. Other things that I enjoy. I enjoy fan fiction. I don't know, it depends on what kind of fan fiction we're talking about. And I know there was a while that I was really into creepypasta fan fiction, and I know that sounds terrible. There's been so many things I've seen that I cannot unsee. Like, creepypasta lemons, don't go looking for those. You cannot unsee them. I've read many things that I cannot unsee or unread and unvisualize. And that's still cool because it's just what I do. I'm a very big fan of the art style of Irokuro. For those who don't know, that's like erotica grotesque. And being its own genre, that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to involve erotic stuff or gross stuff. Like, one of my favorite books in the genre is The Laughing Vampire. That's the English translation. Cannot remember the Japanese name for my life, or the author. I wrote it down in an old investigative workbook for art. Did not bring that with me. But The Laughing Vampire was a very good book, and it really showed the kind of flaws in society. Like, it's about a vampire who has to kill to survive, and how he watches the government and society play into their own desires to kill just for entertainment. So whereas the real evil that is our innate urge to hurt other people's, compared to the need to kill for survival. Sorry about the ringtone, in case you guys hear the little bloop. Probably got a text or something. I forgot to turn the volume off when recording. Other things I like cute things. Like, I love kawaii, little Lolita stuff. I like all sorts of things. I have a very wide and very unknown landscape of things. I love pinup girls. I think they're pretty. Well, I think they're gorgeous. And I like a lot of things. And that's just some of the things. I think we mainly focused on the weird things that I like. But yeah. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful day and that you do what you do to make that artwork for you. Bye!